Ladies and gents, what's up? Now, you all know that Taye Diggs was married to a woman named Indina Menzel. They are divorced. They were married about 10 years. Their divorce was final in 2014. They have a little biracial boy. And recently, in an article, Indina Menzel talked about how the community was disappointed in Tay Diggs being with her, marrying her. She talked about this in that article. She said that pretty much it contributed, if not caused, their marriage to end, right? And, I do know that I've seen in the past comments in comment section when Tay Diggs was being talked about. I do see where women that had black profiles were not happy with him marrying this woman, Edina Menzel, who is not a black woman, right? She's Caucasian, right? Um, and there were some black males as well that disapproved of their marriage. Now, we know that, uh, there's always been some stress between the different racial groups within America. And we know that oftentimes black males that make it in this world as entertainers, sports athletes, that become famous or wealthy are charged with the offense of marrying out the race. It happens common enough where a notice is taken, right? So I can say that I did see in the media, in social media, that Tay Diggs was being talked about for this. I saw some articles too along the way of, when Tay Diggs was really making it big, where he talked about how when he was a little boy, white kids made fun of his dark skin. He said white kids made fun of his dark skin. He talked about how, as he continued to grow, black peers said that he acted white. He talked about how he was just not comfortable with his dark skin. So, you know, my opinion and speculation is that, Tay Diggs was self loathing when it came to his complexion. He never got over whatever his experiences were concerning his complexion. Self loathing. And sometimes, as people continue to grow, whatever is causing their self esteem to be low, there's just not enough affirmation in the world from other people to pick you up and make you feel good about yourself. This being well mentally about yourself, your skin color, it comes from deep within, right? It may be a struggle to get there, but there's not enough affirmation in the world from outsiders to pick you up, right? People are always going to be talking about other people's business as outsiders looking in, right? We know that um, Tay Diggs, his career included a lot of movies or film that placed him with counterparts that were black women. And black women talked about how fake that was. A lot of black women felt that they, contributed in building this man's career, and his personal life did not reflect the acting. And I like to say, remember, these people are acting. They're being pretend in front of the screen, and a lot of times it does not reflect their true feelings or their lifestyles, right? So Idina Menzel, acknowledges that the community, and when she says community, she's talking about the Black community, I believe. She does not say anything in any of the articles about her people. Her people would be, to me, she's a Caucasian woman. She identifies as Jewish. She did not mention that there was anything externally from her group that interfered with her marriage. But I think that a lot of times, Black people, when they are involved with people of other races, a lot of times, some Black people are so happy to be with other people that don't look like them that they never really give their opinions to their partners as to what they are experiencing from external non Black people or non Black influence. She and Taye Diggs have a little boy, and Taye Diggs said that his little boy is biracial, and he encourages his little boy to identify as biracial, and I see nothing wrong with that. Uh, Taye Diggs wrote a book, and one book, Black Like Him, was more about him, his own complexion and confidence. And the other book was to affirm his little boy being biracial and that is okay, right? I just think that Taye Diggs and Idina Menzel ultimately are responsible for the failure of their marriage. They ultimately are responsible for deciding to end their marriage, although there may have been some pressures and some judgment from outsiders, right? And I think that Taye Diggs was self loathing. That's my opinion going into the marriage. I think that being with Idina Menzel, a non Black woman, made him feel really better about himself. I think the fact that he was able to produce a child that looked nothing like him as far as complexion was something that Taye Diggs really wanted. And I think in a way it completed a mission for him. And after his non Black child was born, it was easier for him to part with Idina Menzel. His legacy, the person that would carry on his name, his genetics and heritage, was born. And it was easier to part with Idina Menzel. I do not think that Taye Diggs would be interested at all in having a child that is his complexion. He's apparently, through the articles, he was traumatized. And I just think he's self-loathing, and I do think that he has somehow come to terms with, your skin is what it is. It is what it is, and only you can ultimately make yourself feel good about that. Living through other people and trying to marry into upliftment sometimes does not work when it comes to skin tone. So that's my opinion on it. Taye Diggs and Idina Menzel are responsible for their divorce, that they could not overcome criticisms that affected them. Social nurse.